make him a very, highly educated person.
那么之后呢，帝洛巴的父母亲也就讨论了，他们也不知道这个婆罗门，他们也不知道这个老妇人到底是谁。那既然说要给予教育，那他们就想说，那么就给予他这个婆罗门各种的教育，包括各种的学科、各种文化方面的学习，希望培养这个帝洛巴呢成为一位大的智者、大的学者。
那这边或者云边，讲呢，那天云全部差意思嘞。但呢，就公路你去那边，搞不到吧？养家的目的，嘛嘞，养边，可说是现场差钱，那弄就眼子钱的，但养不得是。养呢，那他。有你俩的给你讲阿爸你给写呢，的呢，大概说，这样子那菩提，哪个心里啊，的，马黑，可是马黑要吧，马黑的书记，朝江去啊当然是就别是大家去的，哪个心里啊多少是，大不一呢，大概的，他的那么就这个，龙殿当。지금 중국에서 안드레스 안랩두산에 근데 옆도 윤일이야 다 지가서에 지금 뒤좀으로 제제한다 셀이야 저랑 그때 제 뉴스에 말했어 아니 그지니 아니 세게 아니 뉴스에 칠 아니 렌슈 근데 Today in doing yogi and the cellia, my head is some of Jessie, now Celia. Because she best there and Angie, the my head is a sojourn chair and the chair and Perry.
So after Tilupa became very learned in the Brahminical education, and when he was about 20 years old, then again that old lady appeared. And this time she looked even more kind of fearsome and fearful, terrifying. And then she told the Tilupa's father and mother that now you have to send your son into the forest and he should look after the buffaloes and also study in the forest. When they heard this, they were in doubt what to do. And they asked their son whether he could do this. He could look after the buffaloes and go into the forest and then study, whether he would like to do that or not. And when Tilupa said, that's okay for me, then he was given many buffaloes and then sent him into the forest. So he looked after the buffaloes there and also read the books and studied.
在这样子学习之后呢，之后帝洛巴也成为一个非常有学问的一个智者。当他到了20岁的时候，有一天，那个老妇人她又出现了。这时候，她是以一个更可怕、更狰狞的形象又出现了。她出现之后呢，就对帝洛巴的父母就说了：“他说，你这个你要对于你们啊，要对于这个孩子，现在你要把他让他到山林里面去照顾这些牛，去牧牛，同时呢，在那边学习。如果这样去做的话呢，空行将会带着指示的预言而前来。”那这样说完之后呢，父母也非常的有一个疑惑。那这时候他们也就问了这个帝洛巴这个孩子，他说：“你可以独自这样到山林里面去吗？”这时候帝洛巴说他是可以的。所以接下来呢，他就到了山林当中去牧牛，并且学习。
但呢，那些那的钱呢，对于这些个什么样，就不免怎么说嘛，他不免怎么去处呢？就让鱼看那些吧，胖嘛看那些吧。这些，那这里啊，这路边，要的怕的马的鱼的，民族怕奶呢，说的这不免怎么的，这路边里啊， jala khashi de jala ji rindang chao khashi de ne yoang di u yin yu le ya yani kanzhe gi dangwa lian de zhou res jeje ane bu min zam de an minawa chi.
And it was also said, I forgot to say, that when this old lady predicted that he should go to the forest, he also said that if you go to the forest, then he will be blessed by the Dakinis. So when he was in the forest, after some time, then he met suddenly a very beautiful girl. And when this beautiful girl asked him where he was from, who were his parents, and when he told her the story, then she gave him some very important, very valuable things, like the kind of a precious, a kind of a crown made of precious metals and things like that, and then told him that he should go to the land of Ugen to receive the teachings.
那么在之后呢，在这个山林当中，有一天，那就出现了一个非常漂亮的一个女孩子，一个美女出现，她就来到帝洛巴的面前，就问他说：“诶，你的父母亲是谁？你的家乡在哪里？你在这里做什么？等等。”这时候帝洛巴他回答之后呢，那这个美女呢之后就送给他一些非常珍贵的东西，一些物品，并且告诉他说：“你现在应该到这个乌金净土去跟随这些空行，学习各种的教法。”
An deloba an tu lo ne nan lo ne nda padamalia an dizu ko an nizu an diri chonsu je shudu zane anda abamni to system gane ngoma gimuti an jishu se ze jebi yabushta chonsong 다양 단동이네 지 칸주기 당화 지 칸주서 말에 다지 다들이 지 클타당 하면 당화로 이제 그래 단동이네 지 이제 전환 야 롱대도 중배 인디산에 아니 다가는 시 제나 야버래 제 제네 아니 고주지 가지마 네 가지고 파마닝 외네 아니 초신로라 and the saying now that the country some daddy ham de shabe and the jala zashin dizukine uyen yushime.
When after that Tilupa went back to his home and then consulted with his parents what to do. His parents said that before also we did whatever was predicted by the Dakini, and everything went well. So they gave permission for him to go away into the land of Urgen and receive the teachings. So therefore, he decided to go to the land of Odiana with the special things that was presented to him by this young lady.
那么之后呢，帝洛巴祖师就首先回家了，并且把这样一段的情况呢报告给他的父母亲。那父母亲心中也想，也说呢，这也不错，你之前跟随了这个老妇人的这样一个指示，学习到现在也不错。那么现在呢，你又要可以去这个空行净土学习这些口诀，那这是很好的一件事情，应该去。所以这时候帝洛巴也得到了他父母的一个允许。 然后带着之前得到的这些珍贵的物品呢，就前往乌金净土。
当乌丁下个到有的，大家这边新坑，马拉是通居面的，是因什么呢？这当个上下个中年，我家旁边有就上下个中年个有钱不啊？是写个多，那是不啊？第二呢，乌金有的技巧要的，上下个但中年。 자치슈 정하네 다디 다 유에서는 Pakistan 여러분 Pakistan이 왔다. 예. 지 벼에게 라마든제 망보 변형이 하래. 다나시 지 자나기 개버든제 네 바지카시 변형이 기래. 근데 전에 다간다 뭐지 우징 유리아지 남아상기 때문에 나디 시라 추천부 다 와.
This Ujjain or Odiyana, it's not a place which is kind of a celestial palace where people cannot go. It is not like that. Odiyana is a common place, a place where the Vajrayana was very prevalently spread. Generally, it is said to have been 5 places where the Vajrayana was very strongly preserved, and Odiyana is one of them. Actually, Odiyana is supposed to be now in Pakistan at the present moment. Many great Tibetan masters have also been to Odiyana, and it is also understood that many Chinese scholars, some Chinese scholars have also been to Odiyana.
所以在这里谈到帝洛巴祖师就前往了乌金净土。那这里这个乌金净土，它并不是一个我们到不了、看不到的这样一个地方。那首先谈到说密乘，它可以说发扬、弘扬的最主要有5个圣地。这个乌金净土呢，就是这5个最重要的圣地当中的最殊胜的一个地方。那从现在的地方来讲呢，也就是在巴基斯坦这个地方。那过去有很多藏地的祖师们都到过这个地方，那么汉地也有许多的法师大师们呢，也到过这样巴基斯坦这个乌金净土去过。那在过去来讲呢，当时佛教是非常兴盛的。
当然是别个来第三样的。 去到了平地往前是，那别是些就是啥呢？可能跟现在可能别现在可能往前要的，现在他的爹什么都是大山了，电脑把的这个说的，龙田全部那些无言语气，但无言语这就是啥呢？咱们呀就年卡马不下这样的，开始呢，那就看着嘛的这那么这样。 看中么啥的，这个啥的，俺当初就这个是对啥呢？就咋是不下走了？先嘛到我那前边呢，这个啥的，我就下沙，米下沙，米茶桶，这些的呢，就他说哎，俺就眼啊夹的呢，的这个，俺前面的这里啊，这个是啥的？加上加个龙边个，俺前面这里就让这个是的是那边呢。 黄州是他接触的，现在我打的这个看住嘛，俺那都读书的这样吧，俺这车的说里呢，就光看书的看住面那边的，俺这个加拉的书堂，他那是扩张的，俺的南区的店呢，俺的主的建了这头的穷呢，无言语里啊。 全都是。
Then, in Tibet, we have a way of saying, when giving teachings, the Lama has all the power. So I use that power and make it very short. So therefore, the Tilopa went to the land of Odiyana. And on the way to Odiyana, he had to face lots of dangers, lots of difficulties. Those difficulties created by the Dakinis. Generally, when we say Dakini, we think about somebody who is very, who is very great and who is very highly attained. But all the Dakinis are not necessarily like that. From the Indian point of view, the Dakinis are those ladies who kind of eat meat, who can harm people, who can make kind of spells on people and things like that. Not necessarily always good. In India, if you say somebody, if you call a lady, you are a Dakini, they'll get very, very angry. It's like you are a kind of witch, something like that. So anyway, he overcame all the problems and difficulties on the way, and then he arrived in the land of Odiyana.
那么在这里呢，在西藏有一句话是这么说，也就是说法者，这个讲经者、说法者的权力是最大的，所以在这里，比方说他就用这样一个权力，所以很简略的来讲一些内容。那总之，刚刚是谈到说，帝洛巴祖师呢，他就到了这个乌金净土，那一路上他也经历到很多可怕的一些事情，那尤其是受到很多空行母的这些危害。平常我们一谈到这个空行母，也叫 Dakini， 我们都会觉得说，它是很殊胜的这样一个空行母，很好的，很殊胜。但事实上，在印度的传统当中，说叫 Dakini 或者是空行母呢，事实上是指那些很可怕的，而且是会吃这个人肉、饮这个喝他的血的，然后会做各种放恶咒的这样的女众呢，被称为叫做 Dakini 空行母。所以因此，如果我们在印度，我们对一个妇女说你是 Dakini 的话，她可能非常的生气哦。所以总之这里帝洛巴祖师他就带着这个各种珍贵的物品，还有以他的这种智慧、这种精进力呢，他就前往乌金净土。
근데 안다 우징 유래야 배네 나간다 지준도 내줘만 쓰네 제다 도스 내줘면 라스와베 총네 지준도 내줘만 지 답에 나외 수도 시에와 인다 다지 미 나베 수도 시에와 인다 되수 시에마시베 나간다지 드제지 내 가서다 이런 게라 장게 총네 안에다 간주기 당화다 대수 녀버는 제네 다간다 지 토기 도바 충분히 제베
And when he arrived in the land of Odiyana, he could receive teachings directly from Vajrayogini. And that Vajrayogini, whether it was a pure vision of Vajrayogini or there was a person, a kind of a real human being, Vajrayogini, that's not understood. But he received these teachings directly from the Idam, and because of that, then he attained the realizations.
那么到了乌金净土之后呢，这个帝洛巴祖师就在金刚瑜伽母的，还有等等这些本尊的跟前呢，学习到各种的口诀。那在这里说金刚瑜伽母，当时他是以人的身形示现，还是以一个圣者本尊的身形示现，这就不清楚。总之，帝洛巴祖师他在这一些本尊跟前接受到了完整，接受到各种的口诀教授，并且呢得到了证悟。
接着，举起手，帝洛贝让给喇嘛当，举吧。가리마 지금 어제 나베 걸이야 아니 텔로가 미 라마니 마야라마 도시 찬지 이제 다간다 예 텔로버전이지 미 라마 미 나베 수도 제베 라마한테 많이 봐다 지까지 태가 다 이런 걸라 야나지 예 그래서지 장게 다정 아주 배나 상이 준비되는 신 근데 이제 장게 도봐 人中的都是重吧，但是这吧，属于是。
And later on, when Tilopa used to introduce his lineage and his teacher, he used to say that I, Tilopa, do not have any human gurus. My guru is Vajradharani, Vajradhara, and in that way, he was saying like his realization, like Buddha, he got it from himself, kind of by himself.
所以因此呢，当后来我们会说，在帝洛巴祖师他也提到，当他提到他的上师跟他的传承的时候，他会说一句话，他说：“我没有依止任何人的身形的上师，我的上师是金刚总持。”也可以说呢，他就是直接从这个本尊跟前呢得到各种的口诀跟传承，也就如同像是释迦牟尼佛一般，他的这个证悟呢是自然解脱、自然产生的。
当然呀，你等于虚能心，他得了北京7年代位呢，他看到就南北引导，原来就开始就南北门引不行。现在啊，他刚来好不啥样的，绝不提出多呢。但因为呢，空的就100看来冲啊，这就马上就300米呢。这趟空移动过来冲呢，大概100的冲不100那样，但是100用死了的，那个需要那些我建议就那边给点吧，修成不谈的是，这就有点偏呢，这里充不引律啥呢？大家都是那么3个月，对吧？做事准点呢嘛预备，但是3个月的预的，当然是多的，提出来充也，到还是拖了充吧，引不起，发现了最，写对啊，吃个的，点比军这个，呢，光南边个出头，全部是吃个的啦，当然是就南边个，哪个就开不全部。变成哪路不都，南边的兄弟啊，开不起步，提出一年，对了吧？拉马来呀，这些中年，对那边女生呢，大概他去看拉马当然是看个拉马，提出一年去，哪怕3个月，去语文的了，你这把3个月对不起，那就统统要了。
So, as stated before. When you look from outside, Tilupa, you couldn't say who he was and what he was. Not even that he was a Buddhist or not was very difficult to say. But when he received his teachings directly from the Vajrayogini, the Idam, and he received this in the land of Odiyana, which is a place where the Vajrayana was very strongly preserved and taught. And those teachings were coming from the Buddha, the sutras and tantras. And then also he was very much a scholar. He was also regarded very highly and taken as their main teachers from many great Buddhist masters like Naropa. So therefore, he is regarded as a very important Buddhist master.
所以也就像之前有谈到过的，这个帝洛巴祖师呢，他从外相上来看的话，他是很难判断说，因为他的不可思议的各种行为，你很难判断说他到底是个佛教徒，或者甚至非佛教徒，我们很难这样从外相去理解的。但是呢，我们可以很确定的从他的传承上来说，是非常亲近的佛教的一个传承。就像之前谈到，他跟随了这个金刚玉前女本尊，得到了这样的口诀教授。同时，当时他学习这些法教的地方，他亲自是前往到了乌金净土，当时也是佛法非常弘传的这样一个圣地，所以可以说他的传承跟法脉是延续自释迦牟尼佛这样一个深奥的密续，同时还有广博的这个经教的各种的见解呢，他都实际的证悟并且理解了，所以他成为这样一位殊胜的大成就者。同时，另一方面来说，从他的弟子来看，他的弟子是当时佛教界最出名、最有学问的一位大学者、成就者，也就是那洛巴祖师，也依止了帝洛巴为他的上师。所以可以从他的传承方面来讲，从他的上师，也从他的弟子方面来讲，我们可以看到帝洛巴祖师呢，都可以说是跟这个佛法有非常深刻的一个因缘的。
那在这种人上， Then Deloba Kodun Day, and that Zebanamda Chidder Daniel Sadi, and that Namta Nale Sabachio Mare, and there's a Nema Shetuakara.
And when Tilopa passed away and what other activities he did, it's not very clear in the book, and therefore it's not possible for me to say.
那么呢，大致的传记介绍是如此。那至于说细节关于帝洛巴祖师什么时候圆寂的，那由于传记当中也没有很清楚介绍，所以在这里也无法解说。
那以内啊，那这年的写个了，他学的，那个帝洛布的些，帝洛布，那帝洛布的，那帝洛巴的，这个要的是写过呢。 当年就入居了就点呢，写过来就研究啥呢？这写不透彻。马来西亚呢，他干嘛把的电路不了解起来？那个的，别的他说，别的他说那些电路不别，从哪打下手？你们也不学下手，实际写两个话嘞。这样的，我这写什么的？之前我就他说就。 什么是之前的？还是这多久是前边呢？在电路部的扎林德的时候嘛，扎林德的说别那的时候他也不下来，扎林德的呀，南边给上岸去，中内俺那的机车呀的，这你不出去印度，那主导的是多把偏没西边买的是不是这样的呀？那边的那主导的是让我钱不大，当然是这第三期间开始那些别开始是漂亮搞不多啊，加上可能这样，多把配乐些，那个配要买的是来都要可能好些了，加上的呢，那就是些，好些的，
And so here, we are in Tilokpur, the cave of Tilopa, and it's very difficult for me to say exactly whether he came here or not. We have here a cave which is supposed to be used by the Tilopa. There is no account I have seen here when and how and where he came here. But it is not possible to say that he didn't come here also. And of course I should never say that also, because otherwise people will think that, the Karmapa came here to this holy place and destroyed it by saying that maybe Tilopa didn't come here. And that's not the case also, because when we look into the matter, this place is very near to Jalandhar, and Jalandhar, and then Odiana, and these places, is not very far from each other, and it is very possible. The Jalandhar is also one of the 5 most important places of Vajrayana, and also those siddhas, like some of the Western people, want to travel everywhere. So it is very possible that he has been here.
但是呢，可能在这里有一个最困难的一点是什么呢？也就是我们现在就在这个帝洛巴大师闭关的，说是这个帝洛巴大师闭关的一个圣地哦。但是最困难的一点就是我没有办法很清楚的讲说他何时来的，是在哪一个地方，没有办法讲得很清楚。但是这不代表说他就没有真的来过，要不然这里方